In this video, I'll be sharing with you how you can do your top-down analysis even as a beginner Forex trader. What is top-down analysis? Top-down analysis simply means you doing your analysis from a higher time frame to a lower time frame of your entry. There is no fixed time frame for your top-down analysis. It's just a terms. For instance, if you start from 30 minutes and your entry is on the 1 minute, is a top-down analysis because 30 is higher than 1 minute. If you are starting from a 4 hour and your entry is 15 minutes, it is a top-down analysis. It simply means that you start your analysis on 4 hours and then you stopped at the time frame of your entry, which is the 15 minutes. If you start it from the daily, perhaps your entry can be either 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour. You stop there depending on your entry. So, and again, it is important to note that top-down analysis is not just done for fun. As a trader, top-down analysis is facilitated by factor. And this is the factor. The type of trader you are determines the time frame you will begin your analysis from. Because top-down analysis simply means analyzing from higher time frame to a lower time frame of your entry. So in this video, I'll be showing you exactly how you can do a top-down analysis and how you can take advantage of this in terms of entry and stop loss. So you need to know the type of trader that you are. And basically, we have three types of trader. We have people who are swing traders. We have swing traders. Who are swing traders? Swing traders are traders that hold their position for days, for weeks, for months. There are people who can make entry and will remain in that trade for a month, for days, for weeks. So they are swing traders. In that scenario, since they are going to hold the trade for days, they cannot determine their position or the analysis based on a lower time frame like 1 hour, 4 hours. No, this time frame cannot be used to determine analysis for a swing trader. So as such, what will they do? They will go to a higher time frame like the monthly time frame, weekly time frame, down to daily time frame, then before they begin to consider making their entry. I am saying this so that you will know that the time frame you are doing analysis from does not prove how profitable you will be. It is only based on the type of trader that you are, the type of persons, your personality in terms of market. So that does not show how good you are as far as trading is concerned. And this thing has to do with individual. A swing trader will hold trade will come down, make another higher high. For instance, if it's buying a higher low, another higher high. Now, it is not everybody that have the patience, what it takes to hold trade here. You are in profit and then you watch the trade drop again before to begin to go up. Myself, I can't do that. So I am not a swing trader. But I don't know of any other person watching this video right now. Another category of trader, which is the second category, is the day traders. A day trader. So who is a day trader? A day trader opens position today and ensures that it closes his or her position within the trading section of today. Right? He doesn't leave any of his trades to the next day. Every of his trade is limited to the day. So as such, he can start his analysis from the daily time frame, 4 hour time frame, make entry on the 1 hour or 30 minutes or 50 minutes, depending on his or her choice. But a day trader do not necessarily need to begin to analyze on the monthly time frame, weekly time frame in order to make entry. I am not saying it shouldn't, but to me, there is no need for it. Then the third category of trader is the scalpers. Yeah, This is where I belong. Who is the scalpers? We are the ones that hit and run. So what do? We look for any opportunity, we take as little as we can take, and we stay away from the market. So a swing trader maybe in a whole week can only have 2-3 entries because his point of interest is on the higher time frame. It will take time for price to get to his point of interest. So maybe days he's still waiting for price to get there. But a day trader can eventually get price moved to a point of interest in that day. So maybe within a day trader can have like maybe 4, 3 or 5 entry at most. But we as a scalper, we can have as many as 10 entry in a day. The question is why? Because most of our analysis, the highest we can go is 4-hour time frame. We are basing analysis on 4-hour, 1-hour time frame, and our entries mostly are on 15 minutes, 5-minute time frame. So we can have multiple entries, but this is based on the type of traders that you are. So I'll be doing my analysis now. For instance, let's use this scenario as a market case study. This is crash 500. This is 1 hour, right? So let me now identify the trend. You will agree with me looking at this, the price is in an uptrend. This is a higher low, higher low. At initially, this is a higher low. We have higher high, we have higher high, we have higher high. Yeah. So now that we have identified that we are in an uptrend, the next question is, where is our point of interest? You are doing this. If you are doing your analysis on the 4-hour, you are still on the 4-hour doing all of this. You determine your trend on the 4-hour. You determine your point of interest on the 4-hour. If it is on the 1 hour, you determine your trend on the 1 hour. You determine your point of interest on the 1 hour. So now I've done my analysis. So this was my point of interest, right? Based on my analysis. Remember, when I did this analysis, this price movement has not occurred yet. Assuming this was the only thing available to me, this move was the only thing I got. So this wasn't formed as at the time of doing this analysis. So now I've marked my point of interest. Now this is my point of interest, right? So what do I need to do? All I need to do, since I am this type of trader, I've marked my point of interest and you can see the price return into my point of interest. You can see the movement of price there. Price now pull into my point of interest. So now that price has come to my point of interest, I will now move to a lower time frame of my entry, which can either be 15 minutes. Do you see that? So now that is why we call it a top-down analysis. Now this is my point of interest that I have marked from that 1 hour time frame that you are seeing here. Now price has pulled back into my point of interest. And now I want to make entry because price is in my point of interest. So I will need additional confirmation. Like on my 15-minute now, I can use a bullish candle, I can use break of structure, anything I want to use. So let's say for instance, I'm going to explain all of this and you are going to see how it works. Let's say for instance, I want to use candlestick formation. Just a minute. If you look at this carefully, you realize that this price now came here and this is a bullish engulfing candle. Let me zoom out a bit for you to see. I take this away now. You can see now this candle here is a bullish engulfing candle. So if I am making my entry based on candlestick pattern, this bullish engulfing candle is enough for me to make my buy entry because price has pulled back to my point of interest. Is that taken? Now if I want to make my entry based on break of trend line, look at this. Price broke this trend line. that when price approach my point of interest, I will now move to this my lower time frame, right, which is the 15 minutes where I want to make my entry. So what happened? Price now break my trend line, and after then, look at this, price break the trend line. You see this bearish candle, this is a retest of the trend line. So I can now say categorically that price now does what? Break the trend line here, retest it, and it continue to the upside. So you can see now there is an additional confirmation that I always preached about. If you know me, you know that I don't play with my divergence. If you look at this point critically, you realize that price is going lower and the indicator window is doing something contrary to what the price action is doing. Look at that. Beautifully well. So that is a divergence. And I've said it several times that anytime divergence is in the direction of the trend, it shows that is the end of a pullback. 70 to 90 or 80% of it usually plays out when you find such divergence. So in this scenario, if you look at this critically, this actually plays out, and here is how it plays out. So looking at this now, you can see that we have this divergence and then price plays out. So I've explained two things: how you can make entry based on candlestick formation, how you can make entry based on trend line break. Now, how do you make this entry using break of structure? If you are to make entry using the break of structure on this particular lower time frame, when price comes to your point of interest, look at what happened. Price was coming down. We have a lower high. We have a lower, sorry, I beg your pardon. We have a lower low. We have a lower high and another lower low. So look at this. What happened here? Here is a break of structure. So now that structure has been broken, you will now come back here to identify your point of interest. So what is going to be your point of interest here? Here now is your order block. That is on this lower time frame. You will need a break of structure on a lower time frame before you can now buy. We have point of interest 1, order block, and here we have a smart money cube, which is this one. So what do we want to see? So now that price is into this 15-minute point of interest, which is a smart money cube, if price plays out from here, we will buy to the upside. And if price break through this, price will now come into this order block and then give us a confirmation and we will buy. So that is how to use a break of structure method in order to find your entry. And I believe you have learned something new. I believe you find this video helpful. If you want me to redo this particular video again, you can indicate in the comment section and I will do just that. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you for massive love and support. Please do not forget to leave a comment at the end of this video and like the video, share, subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified when we upload our next video. Thank you and see you in the subsequent video.